darlings. Hello. Good night. Good evening. Good morning. And, you know, excuse the background. Bitch, I was supposed to be putting it together. Bitch, I didn't have time. We did a lot. We did a lot this weekend. So, of course, good night, good morning, as I mentioned before. And, you know, it might be better if I put the headphones actually on my ears. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. And if you're new here, of course, Mystic Persia, aka Madam Merkaba. And of course, I do this little series that I'm kind of like experimenting with, called Midnight Metanoia. And of course, you know, it's gonna develop into newer things, other things. But I'm kind of like playing with it. And of course, shout out to those of you who email me about Midnight Metanoia, honey. Yes, y'all. It is hard to tell y'all. We got two fans on this right now. We got two fans on us right now. We got one on the right, one on the left. The one on the left just is stationary. The one on the right is really coming through. And anyway, so hopefully y'all can hear it. Let me see if I can put these lights and make this like a real gamer experience. You know what I mean? A real gamer experience. Now, I'm not a gamer, but who knows? You might see Purple Rain, Mistress of Purple. You know, you might get some of that purple and Tiffany blue. I love you. Come on in here. Who you doing? Okay. Oh, suck it, suck it, suck it now. Is that what they say? Yes, girl. Mm-hmm. I'll be a slave for you. Mm-mm. I'm not money. Okay, y'all. Listen. I told my friend I'm gonna make this as quick as I can, y'all. As y'all know, we have something that's coming up right now called the 666 event, and of course we call it Soul Day Manifesto. But anyway, we're going to be dealing with a lot of good energy, positive energy. So we're conjuring, we're summoning, so we're pulling all that up. I'm actually going to be driving 6 hours and 38 minutes to the where we're doing the event at. And of course, it's going to be from the 5th until the 8th. And of course, if you check out the blog spot, twospiritmystic.blogspot.com, you'll see more information on that. And yeah, for those who already signed up, of course, there's something that I'm doing special for the early bird people. But anyway, you have until the 3rd to sign up. So you got another 4 days. And if you don't sign up, honey, you know, too bad. Well, yeah. How can I say this? You missed an opportunity. Okay, it's not too bad. So sad. You know, we all have our priorities, and you know, it is what it is. Shout out to those of you. Also, there's one person actually sent over some tea and was like, "I want to support. I want to support. I don't want to go, but I just want to support." And I appreciate you so much for sending that over. It really means a lot. Now, of course, y'all, like I said, we're here. Tonight's episode of Midnight Metanoia is on something that I actually just came across 2 days ago. Okay. If you do not know who this is James Anthony Reynolds. Now, of course, I came across this because, of course, with Midnight Metanoia, there's so much stuff. Like, I watch so much missing 411 videos. There's just a lot of mysterious stuff. And some of the stuff I watch, and I'm just like, I don't want to touch in on that because it just looks like, you know, drug deals gone wrong. It looks like, you know, there's some, you know, this, that, whatever. But when a case really gives me the heebie-jeebies is what they call it, like chills, where the hair, you know, on your legs and on your back and everything just stands up, honey. You know, the invisible mustache, bitch. You don't even got a mustache, bitch, but you got hair standing up on your damn face. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? And so, you know, when something like that happens, it makes you say, wow. And there's some cases that goes back to like the 60s and 50s stuff too, which of course I want to, you know, dabble in that too, eventually. But either way, I hope I'm not loud. Am I loud? Come on in here, Jay. Who you doing? Yes, come on in, Jay. Jay is out. You listen. We got to do a giveaway, honey. I keep saying this. We need to do a giveaway, you know, on something, honey. Gift cards, some Jordans. I don't know, something. You know, I don't know. You know, something that everyone could benefit from. So anyway, so I actually got everything pulled up. Why do I have? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I got to edit this, honey. We actually doing two people because I'm gonna try to make this very quick. You know, under 30 minutes. I told you I know that people's attention spans are not, I know that. So I want to keep it very quick, very simple. Let me just, is that the right one? Nope. No. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, mm. Oh. So we could do a little, we could do a little club here, huh? Can I just, can we just get into it like this? Oh, okay. Oh my God. Yes. Listen, I shouldn't do that because, you know, somebody might have epilepsy and that would trigger it. Anyway, so there's actually two people that we're going to be touching on tonight. Kimberly Nicole Arlington from Montgomery, Alabama, and James Anthony Reynolds, which is from oh, and this is, oh God, let me see before we even tap into it. Okay, we go over energy that I'm feeling going into informant. And of course, that's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to just call out stuff and I'm going to leave it up for you guys to kind of interpret that. You do your own research on that. Because, like I said, I don't like to get too deep into research what's already on the internet because sometimes, I would say all the time, that kind of tampers people's opinion. There's a meme that I saw not too long ago where it says that media um, tells you what to like, who to like, what not to like, how to talk, how to walk, and I agree with that. So, like I said, I like to stay off the stuff that are given out. Ooh, girl, I like to stay away from the stuff that is given out information on tea, honey. So, like I said, I just heard of this case like 2 days ago, both of these cases actually, and we're actually gonna jump right into it, okay? Okay, and we're gonna start with of course. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Wait a minute. Hold on. Here we go. Listening to Midnight Metanoia 555 podcast with Mystic Persia. This is a brand new episode. Stay tuned to hear about this exciting but mysterious case. We're gonna also be changing that intro too, honey, because it's time for us to really hit. Okay, it's time for us to deliver for the girls and really, really hit the girls where it hurts. Okay, hello. Okay, so we're gonna jump right in, and we're gonna start with, of course. Then I gotta remember, is Aunt there? Yes, it is. Aunt is there. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into this. And of course, my mic. I'm gonna have to just stop my camera. No, I don't like how it's side by side. When I remove myself, can you still hear my mic, Jay, or you can't hear it? Okay, probably not. Okay, you probably can't hear me when I remove myself. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna share. And we're gonna jump right in. So of course, normally we go to Wikipedia to get the information. Like I said, going to Wikipedia, there was just a whole bunch of stuff when I Googled that popped up, this link, the news, this and that. So someone told me about a place called the Charlie Project. And I decided to bam, and it popped up search case here, and it decided to pop up. So let's get into it. Missing since May the 8th, 1999. And of course, James Anthony Reynolds is missing from Alabama. Okay. The classification is lost or injured missing. So they're believing that he was in the crash and he escaped, allegedly, right? This is and of course, all of this alleged to proven otherwise. And I'm doing this honestly with respect to family, friends, and associates. I'm just here to give you my spiritual insight. And of course, all things are alleged until proven otherwise, as was scrolling through the bottom of the screen. But I'm just giving you my spiritual insight of what I'm sensing, what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. Some of it is, you know, only energetically interpretation, and some of it is, we'll say, just flat out intuitive. Let's just get into it, honey. Because, of course, there's labels: clairvoyant, clairaudient, this and that, honey. Things come and go, girl. Okay, hello? So it is what it is. So this, of course, is a male. He is black. He was born on 7/15/1970. He should be 51 at this time. When he went missing, he was 20 years old. He was 6'1", 180 pounds. Now, of course, if you do not know the story, there's multiple people here, right? But James Anthony Reynolds is the first two pictures. It's the same guy. The other people's pictures here, and they have them mentioned here, Lamar Jr., Stackhouse, Valerie Jones McCoy, Avila Josette Lee, Tamara Monique Ward, and Angela Roberts Young. You know these people from the South, girl, because I just don't. Girl, with all due respect, girl, Avila Josette, girl, definitely some Southern names, okay? Hello. But either way, he was last seen leaving the club called The Hideaway in Alabama at approximately 3:15 a.m. Now, I keep telling this, times and like numbers talk a lot, right? Going into longitude, latitude, going into if it's the 23rd state, 43rd state. Just somehow, some way, we'll say subconsciously, we'll say esoterically, this tells a story. And I'm always looking at the numbers, the time that they're reported, how many people were involved, who was involved, possibly their connections. And of course, I didn't even do, research on, these other people, like I said, to kind of get a background and see if possibly what happened. Everything that I'm giving here is just what like I said, what I'm feeling raw. And I think that's how I'm going to start doing the midnight metanoia. Just go off what I'm feeling based on what is being presented here. And then, the viewers can go do their research and then, come back and bring the receipts to kind of match what I'm saying. So either way, he was seen leaving the club at 3:15 on May 8th, 1999. Now, for some reason, I'm seeing a lot of eights. I'm seeing like 142. I'm seeing 673. And I'm even seeing what appears to be, well, we're not going to say what appears. 1723 Lyle Wood, Lyle Wood. Very, very quickly, I see that flash in front of me. So they leave this club together. They were, reported missing. They was traveling in Stackhouse Burgundy 1986 Chevrolet Caprice. The group never arrived at their residences and were reported as missing persons to the authorities. Oh God. Very, very just, oh God. Okay. Oh, that's creepy as hell. I just got a real rush of something, honey. Like force, right? Like being pushed in some really, 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 really hard. Oh God. Investigators discovered Stackhouse vehicles submerged in the Pea River in Coffee County, Alabama on September 29th, 1999. So once again, there's a lot of nines here, or not once again, but now going into nine, we know that 369 equates to some T. I'm not going to go into what 369 is because, of course, it was initially a positive thing, but as the swastika, they took the swastika, which was a symbol of peace, and it turned into something totally different. And we know that's what they do. We know that's what they do, girl. I was having a conversation with one of my sisters just a couple of days ago. But anyway, I'm going to get up off that because it's midnight medicine and not that. Okay. So we've seen 999, 99999. All nines for legal help. Okay. So something was definitely done. It says more than 4 months after the group disappeared, the bodies of Reynolds' friends were recovered from the car, but he was not found inside of the Caprice. Authorities continue searching for Reynolds' remains in the river and around the surrounding area, but he has never been located. At the time of his disappearance, he was on probation for cocaine trafficking. Now, it's so weird, right? It's so weird that during the time of all this, he was on probation for cocaine trafficking. Okay. And I'm like, I don't know what the rules was back then. And we're just gonna say it how it is. I don't know what the rules were like back then for probation and stuff, but here right now in California, when you're on probation, you cannot be around drugs, alcohol, or weapons. So any place that's gonna possibly allow you to use as a cover up, right? Like, oh, I was drunk. Oh, my friend was a drunk one. He had the weapon. Whatever. You're not allowed to be around that. And I know for a fact because my brother, when he went to prison, he got let out. He was put on probation and he gave the house that we were staying at as the address. And girl, they would come, oh girl, they would come and check up on him, the probation officer with other people, girl, and girl, it would be like at the weirdest times. And I knew then, girl, he could not be caught dead with it. And one time he slipped up too. But anyway, but I'm like, how the hell is this man on probation and he's seen leaving out of a club in Alabama with these people when he was on probation? And of course, maybe y'all could look up and see what the rules were back then during that time of leaving out, creeping out. You know what I mean? Creeping out, girl, out of your house on probation. During this time, 1999 in Alabama. And oh girl, I just feel like there's a lot of dirty stuff here. I do feel like there's a lot of dirty stuff here. Just even going off the top of what I'm feeling. I definitely feel like he was some type of informant of some sort. Going into even, is he deceased right now? I don't feel that. I don't feel like this man is deceased. I do feel like he definitely was an informant. And we talked about this before, on my channel outside of metanoia, where people who look like us are hired to be an informant. Of course, if they're going to be serving time, if they're going to be in prison for a long time, they let them out on parole or probation to spy on other people, to snitch on them, and then we give you less time. And you don't even realize that until you do your research, right? So I do feel like there's some type of informant tea with him. He was informing someone about something. Just so happened, I do believe that all of this right here with these people got missed. I do feel like Jones McCoy was innocent. Evelyn was innocent. Tamara was innocent. And Angela was innocent. But going into Lamar, there was some stuff with Lamar too. Okay. I don't think he was an informant, but I definitely feel like he was definitely a part of some tea. And Reynolds was hired to spy. Okay. Now, going into this, okay, I do feel like somehow, some way, Reynolds was not in the car when that car got submerged, okay? Reynolds got let out, okay? And going into the P River and all that good stuff, y'all can look this up. I just Googled Alabama. I want to see where the hell Alabama was at. And of course, it's kind of middle of nowhere. Okay. It's kind of middle of nowhere, honey. It's kind of middle of nowhere, girl. It's over here by Andalusia. Oh my God. Okay. Sounds very similar to Spain. Sanford, Babel, girl. And then they have, what is this? Lake Frank Jackson? Girl. I heard that. Oh, and they got all these little rivers and all these little streams by it, huh? Anyway, so I do feel like he was let out, and I do feel like he was let out with someone else. So I feel like they got in the car, someone came up, okay, and if we have to go into this, like so, let's let you prove it otherwise. If we have to go into this, the dark colored car, okay, I'm seeing a dark colored car. Toyota. Toyotas will also pops up. A dark colored Toyota car, 4-door, ugly. Not beat up, but ugly. Somehow, some way, I do feel like that car was following. He got off the car, told them to keep going. Before you know it, a freak accident happened, and these other people get submerged to the water. Was it a setup? I don't think so. I think this is some divine intervention that jumped on in there. And just so happened, this went down, this happened, but I do not feel like this was, Reynolds tampered with the car to make it go under the water. I don't feel that. Even going into, let's see, let's pull some cards. It was definitely some trickery here. Definitely some trickery here, honey. We got all dark cards, so things were definitely done in secret. We have Eight of Spades here. We have Ace of Clubs here. We have 10 of Clubs here. Now, in this situation, Eight of Spades is speaking of some type of addiction. Okay. This is speaking of a drunkard addiction, bad habit, alcoholism. I do feel like definitely going into the accident, Lamar was definitely drunk, as I mentioned before. I do not feel like anyone, caused him to go over the water. But honestly, I do feel like they were going to take Lamar out anyway. I do feel like they were going to take Lamar out. And just so happened, it happened this way. Going into the Ace of Club cards, this is going into steadiness, being consistent. Do not be impatient. Once again, this is also the crossroad card. So this is definitely condoning or noting in this situation, okay, that there's definitely was going to be, if they say if Lamar would have got to that house, okay, if he would have made it to dropping these women off, etc., it would have ended a whole nother way, Anyway, going into the 10 of Clubs, this is also dealing with company, okay? This is speaking of, once again, company, business matters, okay? I do feel, once again, that Lamar was a target of some sort. And just so happened, like I said, Divine Intervention came in, and he was the only one. Like I said, I don't know who he lived with. I do feel like there's an older woman energy here. I don't know if this is a grandmother or this is a great auntie. But definitely there's a strong, older, maternal, feminine energy. And like I said, he would have returned back to that house. Who knows what other innocent people would have been taken out? Okay. What other innocent people would have been taken out? Going into yes, once again, there was stuff hidden. Things are being done in the back. Things are being done behind the scenes. And of course, like I said, Lamar was definitely aware. Okay. And also what comes up for me too is like Lamar felt like, and he knew that something was going to happen. Like he felt if James Reynolds leaves with him, that he's safe. So he was aware of what's going on. Once again, I don't feel like the other people going into, Valerie, going into Evla, like I don't think they were aware of this. I won't even tap into this too, because I know that human trafficking has been around for a long time. And something that just came up too for me. Okay. So definitely, going into what, human trafficking was these women working girls was what I was sitting here thinking. So definitely there was it was definitely some type of connection once again with Lamar. These women were connected to Lamar. Okay. I do feel like one of these women liked James Reynolds, but they didn't trust him. But these women were definitely connected to Lamar. And I don't know if Lamar was making a promise. Okay, so going into this, we have the 6 of Spades, we have the 8 of Hearts, and we have the 3 of Diamonds. Okay, through Diamonds is the benefactor, help from other people, help from someone else. This is also the business card. So I do feel like all these people are connected business wise. Once again, why I say these women were definitely connected to Lamar. Going into the 8 of Hearts, this deals with love, the idea of love, and definitely gossip. Okay, someone put in someone else's head or heart about someone. Hey girl, he don't really love you. He just trying to use you to get something out of you. Okay. Going into the next card, which is the Six of Spades. This is bad luck, tiring, and things coming and to the surface in a bad way. So I really do feel, once again, that this definitely is connected to drugs and human trafficking, but going into in the sense of them being connected to Lamar, not being all the women mentioned before, Evla, Valerie, Tamara, and Angela being connected to Lamar. Okay. Reynolds' job, once again, was to inform people of some things. And let me get into this. Oh, oh God. Oh my goodness. So it would be three very potent cards. Two of them are upside down, which of course is the Ace of Hearts, and we have the Eight of Clubs. Now, working smarter, working harder. Once again, this is definitely profitable. I do feel like James Reynolds was a informant. I do feel like definitely he was connected with people in high and low places. Definitely going into him not really respecting other people, having connection with other people. That's how he got caught up in the shit he's caught up in now, or he was caught up in. And going into, of course, the Two of Spades, an enemy working against you. So, Lamar was, in his mind, once again, going against the grain, and he had to go. I do feel like the people that Lamar, or excuse me, James Reynolds is connected to and higher up with, I do feel like this is dirty cop. I feel like this is dirty, like someone who has their foot in the gang, but someone who has their foot with the law. Okay, once again, I do not feel like this man is deceased. I do feel like this man is still alive. And once again, he was some type of informant. Definitely, prostitution, definitely drug stuff here, definitely, being a hideout place. Um, yeah, definitely. I feel like this is somehow, some way connected to Tallahassee, Florida. Okay. Something in connections with this is connected to Tallahassee, Florida. Now, I've heard of Tallahassee, Florida before, honey, but I definitely feel like there is some connections with that there. Okay. Definitely. Okay. Let me see. Come on in, Virgo Rose. How you doing? Let's see. What else? Let me see what other energy is around this, honey. Okay, definitely. We have, of course, the Queen of Diamonds. We have the Seven of Diamonds, and we have the extra Joker card. Okay, the Queen of Diamonds is speaking of an Earth sign woman who knows exactly what is going on with this. And this for anybody out there who's connected to James Reynolds and these other people, who's aware of all these people, not just saying that I'm connected to Joe, whatever, and I know a Earth sign woman, but definitely this woman knows exactly what's going on or what had happened to James Reynolds and all the situation around this of where he's at. Once again, law would come up. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, we put, like I said, we put it out there. Going into the Seven of Diamonds. Okay, this is a blessing card. This is something coming into fruition, something being granted, and not a blessing in the sense of, God's coming on here. Because of course, blessing could also be something that's lucky. We know the real term of blessing is to get something through sweat, blood, and tears, a sacrifice of some sort. Okay, and definitely things being, uh, you know, things not being right with this situation. I just feel like this woman is connected, and I know that people who are questioning this, who are in the immediate family and friends, people that are close to this, they know exactly who this woman is. She is older, and she's actually older than them. Okay, she's not a younger woman; she's older than them. So they would be around 51 years old right now if they were alive. I would say Mama's about 70, 70 to 73, 70 to 73. Okay, it's someone who likes to wear a lot of jewelry too. Hmm. And has got a very quick smell of some type of whiskey. Now I don't drink, so I can't even tell you, uh, uh, Fireball whiskey. I don't know, but just a very strong whiff of whiskey. Now, unknown forces, unknown energy, and we're gonna jump onto the next one. There's a lot of people watching and spying on this. I do also feel like there is a male energy who is the guy that picks up James Reynolds before this whole ordeal even happened. This man is definitely water, earth energy. And I say definitely water and earth because I'm getting water, but I'm also getting there's some earth energy there. Okay. Going into, we also have four of spades and we have 10 of spades. This is the spying card. This is also the arrow card. Okay. So going into the 10 of spades, once again, a loss, a death, sadness, grief, a final end. Someone definitely, having thoughts, not being able to sleep, feeling heavy, feeling weighed down, crazy, feeling crazy. Um, Going into the number four, like I said, four spades being spied on. Okay, this is also a sickness. Okay, anyone who knows, let's talk about it right now. Anyone who knows anyone that's connected to this case knows of a older water sign man who's currently sick, okay, and definitely is connected to James. They know exactly where to go to find if they're really looking for him. Because once again, I do feel like there is some type of dirty cop situation here. This is not no case of, because I think I read somewhere when the same video that I got this case off of, they were saying something about someone thinks that he was a part of the accident, he was ashamed of it, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, just like, but how is it that just so happened he was on probation for cocaine trafficking? And trafficking means to move, like to smuggle. So how ironic is it that yeah, I definitely do think, like I said, there's definitely some sneaky shit going on with this, um, and it is said he left behind a 5-year-old son, and that's the sad part right there. I don't know how the son would be right now. What, maybe uh, 20? I don't know. 20, 28, 29, 30, 25 to 31. Either way, honey, very, very sad for the innocent people. Definitely, once again, finishing up Lamar Jr. Stackhouse. Definitely was in on some nasty shit, trifling shit, shady shit. And James Reynolds was as well. An informant, a snitch. Okay, we're going to call a spade a spade. Let's talk about it, honey. Moving on, let me see if there's any questions in the thing. No, it's not. Okay, come on. Shout out to the two people that's watching right now. Who you doing? Okay, moving it right along. Okay. Bring receipts if you have receipts on this situation. The next case is Kimberly Nicole Arrington. Okay. She would be 37 in 2019. Okay. Now they're saying she would be 40. Okay. So either way, she went missing at the age of 16 years old. Oh God, this is sad. I do think that she's definitely, um, yeah, she's deceased. She's definitely deceased. Um, So she went missing 10/30/1998 from Montgomery, Alabama, and she is considered an endangered missing since 1998. And I don't know when they decide to switch this stuff over from endangered to actually mama's just missing or whatever. I don't know. But she's a female. She's a black female. She was born May the 23rd, 1982. So of course she just had a birthday. Um, less than a week ago. Wow. She was 5'2" to 5'4", 110 pounds. And of course, the clothing description that she had on was a bugle boy shirt with a collar, light blue Levi jeans, white Reebok sneakers with gray trim, and an emerald ring with 2 diamonds on each side and a double hard ring set with a diamond. Oh, wow. She has severe allergies. Mm-mm-mm. Distinguishing characteristics: African American female, black hair. Okay, some surgical scars on the left side of her abdomen. Her ears are pierced. Oh, girl. I don't know how that is a distinguished characteristic, but okay. Anyway, Kimberly was last seen in a parking lot of CVS Pharmacy on the corner of 3rd Street and Forest Avenue, Montgomery, Alabama. Let me see if I zoom in, if I can get into that. Oh, shit, probably not. Probably not, because they probably moved the damn CVS. Ooh. They probably moved the CVS, honey. This is something very nasty too. Um, this was on October the 30th, 1998. Oh, of course. She had gone to the pharmacy at 4 p.m. to purchase candy and a soft drink. She never returned to her family's residence and has not been seen again. Her parents reported her missing after they looked for her themselves for several hours without results. Kimberly is described as a friendly and well-behaved teenager. She enjoyed children, music, dancing, and computers in 1998. Yeah, this girl was very smart, honey. She was planning her Christmas shopping on the day of her disappearance and spoke to her father about it. She was a 10th grader at Jefferson Davis High School in 1998. Her case was originally investigated as a possible runaway due to her age. Investigators now believe she had been abducted, but the circumstances surrounding her disappearance are unclear as there are no known witnesses and concrete evidence of foul play. Kimberly's mother died in 2005, but her father is still alive and search for her. Her case remains solved. She is definitely gone. Um, as I was zooming out here, and I don't know how far this CVS is from here. I definitely feel some connection to this area with her. I definitely feel some connection with this area with her. She is definitely deceased. Going into this, I do see a group of people. Once again, all this is alleged to proven otherwise. I do see a group of people. I'm seeing one female and I'm seeing 2 males. A group of them, but these 3 people stand out. The female is also a black female. She's light skinned. And the 2 males is actually one black male and one white male. I would say these males are between the ages of 20 and 23. Going off of what I'm seeing, okay, once again with my spiritual eyes, okay. Um, this is just very nasty, very, very nasty. I want to pull some tea right now. There was definitely some deception here. Okay, definitely some deception here. Um, okay, some deception here. Let's go into the first card, which I call the fish card, or the card that is connected to mysticism. Okay, we have the 4 of Hearts here. Okay. And this is sex. This is tenderness, fidelity, or the home. This card is reversed. So definitely there's some flirtatious stuff going on here. Definitely, like I said before, going into Kimberly being a smart girl. Okay. Very smart. Even though she was a 10th grader, I do feel like a lot of girls in that area during that time would look like her, grown, at least 18 years old. Okay, even looking at this picture right here. Yeah, she looks young and innocent, but she also give you that, possibly 17 going into 18 look. Um, Another card that stands out and is also upright is the 10 of clubs, business, work, ownership. So I do feel like these um, people somehow, some way lured her. Okay, when she realized what she was getting herself into, it was a wrap. I do not feel like it was immediately. I do feel like this was done over a period of time. Um, and if we were to say a period of time, I would say within a span of 14 months. The number 14 comes up. Definitely some deception here. I do feel like these two men, okay, that are connected to this, definitely, um, they're not from this area, but they definitely have connection to people that are from there. The woman that is a part of this, she is from this area, Montgomery, Alabama. But the other two, they're not from there. I'm seeing a lot of traveling, and definitely some mysterious stuff. Okay, going into 8 of clubs, working smarter, working hard, of course, and then of course we have the 9 of clubs side by side, the shop to watch over a project, to guard your work. So once again, there's definitely some trickery here, luring here, and things just turned um, bad. There was definitely some sex involved. Um, and I'm really disturbed by this. Honestly, I'm really, really disturbed by this. I have a real, just heavy energy about this. I'm very disturbed by this. Even what I'm seeing, even what I'm feeling, the violation, the disrespect. Um, and this woman knows what's going on. The woman knows what's going on. The woman is still in the Montgomery, Alabama area. Okay, she has not relocated. Going into no witnesses and also the good stuff that they're claiming is not there. There's witnesses there. Witnesses have seen stuff. They're just not coming forward. They're just not coming forward. They've seen stuff though, honey. In particularly, there's one person that is connected to this, and I know this is the woman that I'm speaking of. Okay, she okay, now is an older woman, of course. Mama's definitely conniving, deceiving. She's been married multiple times. This woman is actually connected to fire energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay. Hmm. Unknown energy around this circumstances, around this situation. I do feel like they are um, gonna find her remains. Like I said, Her remains yeah, it's in this area still. Very close to this. Very, very close. And I'm gonna stand on that. Hmm. I'm seeing beating, just to go over lightly. And like I said, I'm gonna be done, honey. I didn't expect the energy to 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 get to me like that. I'm seeing a lot of, like I said, sexual stuff. I'm seeing abuse. I'm seeing, yeah, streams being choked out. I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, this woman definitely witnessed, honey. If we have to go into names, oh, never mind. I'm not even gonna put that. Something flashed up very, very quickly, and we're not gonna do that because I know on the internet people get a little messy and get stir up shit. So anyway, we're not even gonna get into that. I think that's pretty much it on this tea, honey. Okay, I think that Kimberly Nicole Arrington once again is deceased. I do feel like they will find her. Okay. Um, Going into places is definitely, or where they possibly find her body. I'm definitely seeing a busy area. I'm seeing an area, um, yeah, I'm seeing an area where there's highways and I'm seeing businesses there. And some with streets crisscrossing each other. So anyway, that's it, honey. That's it for this week's episode of Midnight Metanoia. And of course, if I want to revisit some of these cases, which I'm sure I will, we'll definitely be coming back to revisit more of these cases. Definitely going into the Kimberly Arrington case and going into the, um, Kimberly Arrington, honey. Hello, Kimberly Arrington, and going into, or excuse me, Kimberly Nicole Arrington and going into the James and actually I think for sure I'm done with the James Anthony Reynolds, honey. For sure, I think that yeah, that definitely was some informancy right there, honey. I'm definitely getting some informant energy with that. With Kimberly Nicole Arrington, I think that what happened to her, it has happened to a lot of missing, girls or women. It's not a coincidence, and I'm gonna say this. I really believe that a lot of people, a lot of women, not people, but a lot of women that go missing, or they can't find them. It's connected to sexual tease. It's connected to sexual deviance, whether it's human trafficking, whether it's an older person lure them into something, whether it's them acting like they're of age and the older person is taking advantage of their innocence. It all connects to that. I think when it comes down to males that are gone missing or things have happened to them, we're gonna say disappeared. Because I think missing brings up a whole nother energy. But when it comes to male cases where males disappeared, I feel like it comes from, you know, drug stuff gone wrong. Not most of it, but a lot of it. Stuff with connections with drugs gone wrong, and definitely hate. Like the friend, didn't see it for him, or oh, he's getting all the attention. Let's go out somewhere, let's camp somewhere, and let's get rid of him. That type of thing. And that's not very watchful with people, honey. People say they get jealous and shit, bitch. You gotta say, bye, honey, bye. I'm watching your ass. You getting jealous. What the fuck you getting jealous for? Bitch, you look better than me. Bitch, you talk better. Bitch, whatever. Like, bitch, so you gotta be very mindful of that, honey. Anyway, y'all, that's it for tonight's Midnight Metanoia, honey. TwoSpiritMystic.blogspot.com. 2aspirit@mystic@gmail.com. Okay. And of course, shout out to those of you who've sent me cases in the past on Midnight Metanoia, what to do. And of course, if you got any more that you want me to tap into, definitely send it over and I'll do my research on it. I saw one today actually before I got on. I was asking my friend, I was like, do you know of any, weird, missing persons case or whatever? And she's like, no, I don't know of any. And I'm like, whoa. Mm. Anyway, come on in here, River City, honey. Thank you so much, honey. This was very interesting. I know. Listen, with the Kimberly Nicole Arrington for me, flat out, flat out. You know what I'm gonna start doing? Well, I'm not gonna put that out there right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. There's something just popped up right now, because of course, when I say like I'm doing this and I'm like thinking of questions to ask, I feel like I already know the answer to the question I'm asking, if that makes sense. So it's like I don't feel right doing that. So I'm like, somehow, so I'm gonna figure out how to, you know, put it together, do some things, pull it forward. I don't know, maybe somehow, so way put up a panel. I don't know, of people, and you could stay subliminal, or you could stay private, and then I'll send you a little tea and be like, okay, so what do you think about this? Or what have you found out about this case? And not too much, but some of it, because of course some people know shit that's not publicly spoken about. Like even going to stuff that I'm sure there's stuff that oh that's another thing too. And I already done closed out the damn thing. I think they said that and of course it sound right, because they said that crack and coke and stuff give you energy. See, I don't know that, because bitch, I don't do that shit. I just don't. And I keep telling people, praying and meditating and going into that breathing technique stuff, you get high. So I'm like, I cannot imagine anything getting me higher than that. Like, I cannot imagine that. Even going on, let's say, a water fast, like you drinking water for several days, or liquid diet of healthy stuff, Gota Kolu, cardamom, spirulina, just a lot of superfoods that enhance your neurons and stuff. Like, you feel so good. Like, it's so crazy. You feel so good. So I'm like, I cannot imagine sacrificing that for temporariness, right? A temporary high or whatever. But his nickname was AMP. And I was just like, that's a little weird. Am from Oop. Am from Ope. I'm probably saying it wrong. Am from Ope, Alabama. Like, that's just a lot. That's just some weird shit right there, honey. Very weird, honey. Yeah. And for some reason, while I'm thinking about this man too right now, there's somebody. Well, there's a lot of people. There's a male that's a popular YouTuber that I feel like is connected somehow with that energy. Because yeah, I need to do some digging on that. I need some digging on that, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. It makes up. Yes. What makes sense? I'm sorry. What makes sense? River City. What makes sense? River City. Yes, honey. Ow. Hmm. What makes sense? And I gotta go. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come back. Okay. We're gonna end the midnight metronome, honey. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna say a little TT. We gonna keep moving, okay? Ow. We're gonna keep it moving. Okay. Okay, River City. Okay. Okay. When you know something as you are oh, it feels awkward. Even something too going into this too, like I don't like reading people I know. River City. I don't like reading people I know, because like I just see this. Why I don't deal with people. This why I don't sit around and gossip with people. I don't, hey, because my mom, she doesn't gossip, but my mom will call me and be like, you won't believe what happened to me. She'll tell me stuff about people, and at that point I'll give her like 20 minutes to do all that, and it's okay, I gotta go. Because like I said, people tell you stuff, and then when you're getting this information, like I said, I'm the most skeptical spiritual person that you'll probably ever meet. Like, I'm a very spiritual person, but I don't feel like everything that happened that people think is spiritual. Like, I think that it has a spiritual purpose, but it's not, oh, every time I open up my door for the past 10 years, the same bird will show up. And I'm just like, but if spirit is telling you this and you're spiritually aware to even know that this bird is appearing, then what are you doing with this information? Because spirit is not going to just let you keep seeing these birds, or even going into numbers. Like, spirit is not going to let you keep seeing 1 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 3 for fucking years and years and years, and you're not doing it with the information. Like there's something that I believe in, and I actually got reconfirmation about this um, a couple of days ago, was when you feel like you're stuck, right? Something is opening up for you very soon. But this is your conscious mind trying to interpret what the subconscious mind is telling it. So the conscious mind would start saying, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm going where I feel like because it's having an awakening. It's hearing the subconscious echo that there's change coming." And so this is why I always say, like, when you feel stuck or you feel like, "Oh, I could be doing this, I could be doing that," this is the perfect time to sit still. Like right now, it's the new moon. Between now and June the 7th, perfect time to sit back and reevaluate your life, the people you deal with, the work you do, whatever it is you're doing. Sit back and think about everything that you're doing, and say, this ain't for me. This, I got to do this differently. I got to cut you off. I got to let you go, because at the end of the day, you're going to be fine. And I think a lot of people are afraid of that. I think a lot of people are afraid of being alone. I think a lot of people are afraid of cutting people off. I think a lot of people are afraid of switching jobs. They're afraid of moving on. They're afraid of moving, period, because they feel like it's not going to be better on the other side. But like I said, coming from my experience, it really is. Like when spirit is telling you it's time to go, like I said, you're feeling stagnant. That spirit's saying, okay, we're about to take you to another level, but the things you're doing right now, you cannot take with you. So that's where we plan the stuff out. We get our notebooks. We write stuff out. Well, listen, spirit keeps showing me this. Spirit keeps showing me that. Why am I seeing these numbers? You're in a dimension of manifesting right now. But anyway, and I'm getting off the topic. But yeah, like I said, when I don't like to read people I know. If I know you, like I don't like to tap in, because of course going to people I deal with anyway. Going into, I told y'all right now, like I'm going through a process of awakening gifts that I wasn't even aware of that I even had, right? And in that process, I'm distancing myself from people because I'm picking up stuff off of them where I'm like, bitch, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that they just finished sucking dick behind 7-Eleven. I don't want to know that they just finished fucking raw in the back of the Uber because the Uber ride was going to cost an extra $32. They didn't have that. Like, I don't want to know that. So that's how I'm like, girl, so like I said, I have to keep my distance. Like, I don't want to pick that up. Going into ideas and feelings and senses and shit too. Like, yeah, honey, there's certain things I don't do. I don't care to do. And I would just, get the idea very quickly. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that ain't coming from me. It's coming from that. It's coming from this person. That person come from all, whatever. So like I said, it's very, very good to isolate yourself and keep yourself, focused. Not isolate yourself and think about oh my God, I'm depressed. No. While you're isolating yourself, you should be working on yourself. What do you have planned in the next 3 months? We have planned in the next 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Like, focus on that, plant that seed, okay? And that's what we should be doing, okay? Me either. I only do it if they specifically ask. Otherwise, I don't offer unless spirit leads me to say something. Exactly. Like, I don't molest with that too, River City. Like, when we used to go to Denny's, me and Mr. Leo, we used to go there and I would be like, girl, you pregnant? What? Who? Me? No, I ain't pregnant. Oh, okay. And then, who told you I was pregnant? Because nobody's supposed to know that. Like, you talk to John, you talk to Robert, and it's like, no. Like, okay, let's So like I said, I learned that too. Going into, like, sometimes it does come out, like, a week ago now with that zodiac stuff. People, there, and I knew these people for 2 years, never thought to ask him anything. I think it opened up with the guy saying, I'm into astrology. What zodiac are you? And I was like, okay, he thinks, okay, this is a boy that just read a book on zodiac signs. He think he a master. So I was like, a Gemini? And he was like, ooh, okay, yeah, you're leaning more towards the Cancer energy. And you're very sneaky and conniving and deceitful. And I said, yeah, you're a newbie at this. Why you say that? Yeah, that could be in the books you read, baby. But trust when I tell you this, you're going to see me coming. Like, there's no point in me acting a certain way behind your back when I could act it to your face. Because what you going to do? Bitch, you touch me, I can defend myself. So why am I going to be afraid to not tell you anything? Like I said, I was raised by a Sagittarius woman, honey. Yeah. A Sagittarius woman and a Leo man. You do the math. Okay. You do the math. A Leo Southern man. Okay. So like I said, bitch, that whole thing about you gonna bite your tongue and you gonna be quiet. I gotta be sneaky because if I tell her how I truly feel, she gonna not gonna like me. Or I'm afraid of her. Like, bitch, bye. Going into being bullied. Like I said, I was bullied before a certain age. After a certain age, bitch, I wasn't fucking bullied, bitch. Because bitch, you think you gonna bully me? Now I'm about to go pay these people over here my lunch money. I'm about to give them my teddy bears and my nacho cheese to whoop your ass after school at the tennis court, bitch. Now what? That's what I would do, bitch, and I'm proud of that, bitch. Girl, but I don't regret none of that shit. Don't regret none of that shit, honey. He put his motherfucking hands on me, and he really did. What he did was he snatched something off my motherfucking desk, and I said, "What the fuck you snatch?" And he said, "Why? What the fuck you snatch? Why? What the fuck you snatch? Why?" He didn't want to say so. I said, "Okay, all right, James." Tomorrow I'm supposed to be going to Subway, right? Elizabeth and Marianne, we're gonna all go to Subway. So how about this? I'll give you my Subway if you could take that motherfucker behind the dumpster, and you don't gotta whoop his ass. You just tell him off. You just let him know that he don't motherfucking put his hands on me. Ah! Uh-oh, there's a light stuck to my hair. Okay, anyway. Listen. It's being a season of change. Yes, it is, honey. If you are gifted, spirit talks even when you aren't aware of it. Right. I've been told directly via my own definition and a friend's definition who I didn't tell anything to prior. So I feel you on that. You're right. And that's why you got to also keep yourself busy. See, River City, people think I keep myself busy because I love being busy. I keep myself busy because, first of all, it's productive. Second of all, I'm not out here, anyway. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna come back because I like hold that motherfucking thought. Level light, everybody. Spiritmystic.blogspot.com, and I'll catch you live on the next video or the next episode of Midnight Metanoia.